Gaming, and I am here with Noel. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, it
All right,
is.
perfect. And we're here today because we do a weekly webcam tournament, as you may or may not know. And today, Noel went undefeated with blue yellow. So I just have him here to talk about his deck, his choices, and his matchups. And yeah, if you want to do a short introduction, maybe plug anything you'd like to, and take it away from there.
Oh, cool. So yeah, name's Noel Pagan. Oh wait. Okay, hopefully that sounds better. Yeah, Noel Pagan. Been playing Digimon, I guess since it released in the U.S. Started playing Pokemon a couple years ago, and that's really the only other card game I've ever played. So this is definitely a little different, but yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I guess we just get into it. Do you have it set up eggs to like level up?
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, what'd you play and what'd you like about it?
So I played a blue-yellow list. It originated. Is this right side up or should I flip them?
You can flip them if you want, or I could do it in editing, however you want to do it.
All right, no worries. Yeah, so blue-yellow list. It originated in 1.0. It had like the inheritable Gomamon with like -1 or +1 memory gain on deletion and stuff like that. And that's the list I started playing. And then once 1.5 came out, it felt kind of weak. It felt hard to beat certain matchups like green, especially. Green is still kind of a rough matchup just because they get so big. Um, this is probably like the 5th or 6th iteration of the deck that I've tried. I tried it with blue, yellow, and then red for Gaia Force to try and help me with like the green matchup. That kind of just made it inconsistent. But yeah, so a lot of people I've talked to prefer the 4 Upamons. Personally, I think the Demi Vmon is just insane. Just because as long as I have jamming, I just draw. Like I think it's just the easiest draw engine, and having jamming, like so, like the 4 Vmons with jamming, like just having this card forces them to slow down their play, and it doesn't really matter what deck it is. So it forces them to either kill my Vmon or just ignore it for another turn and just lose another security. So yeah, I really like the draw or the jamming engine for drawing.
Yeah, the Vmon is definitely something that your opponent needs to respect and answer, or they'll just you'll get so much advantage off it.
Yeah, and there was a couple matchups tonight where I just wasn't drawing any yellow cards, but it was completely fine, just because I drew all my rookies and I basically just played Rookie Rush.
Yes. I played blue yellow in 1.0, and that was always the fallback. It's like, oh, I'm not getting what I need, so Rookie Rush it is.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got in there?
Yeah, so 4 Vmons, and then it's 1, 2, 3 on play Gabumons. I mean, the util is just insane. Just draw 3 costs, draw 1. Too good. Some people play 4. I think I was just lazy and didn't want to take out the 4th one from another deck when I first started, but I haven't really found the need for a 4th one, so I kind of just left it out. There's 2 Goma Mons from the starter deck, and then 4 Elekmons. These are just the chokers. I thought about changing these to the memory gain, the inheritable Gomamons, but I think choking out is best. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, 2-cost vanillas are very strong to manipulate the memory that way.
Yeah. And then this is where the Demi Vmon comes in super clutch because I put in 3 Frigimon. So even if I don't get a Vmon out onto a Demi Vmon, I could always fall back onto a Frigimon, which I think is great. These were Gorillamons before, like in the 1.0 list. These were Gorillamons just for like the choking people out to 1 memory and stuff. But a lot of decks are playing Tamers anyways. Like you have Shine that plays like 87 Tamers. So they're always going to have 3 memory anyways. Green has Mimi, red has Tai. So it's kind of rare to choke people out, I think, in the meta, at least right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt giving them the 1 extra memory is like, okay, well, at least I benefit off of it with the jamming and drawing. So.
Yeah, it's actually really smart. I saw that in a couple of your games. I was like, wow. So yeah, he's gonna draw with the Demi Vmon still, even if you have to evolve over it with like a Gabumon. It's pretty strong.
Yeah. And then this is the last of the blues, the 3 Leomons. This was from the original 1.0 list. I think it's just too good. It's just basically a free draw, and then there are not a lot of decks that Leomon is going to live against swinging into security. Also, this is kind of like a blocker bait for a lot of people. When they take the bait, it's great. I'm like, all right, sure, give me 2 memory back, and then I'll just play something else and keep swinging with jamming. But when they don't, and I still get the memory, they're like, oh man, maybe I should have blocked it. And then next time around, they're like, all right, I'll block it.
Yeah, I love Leomon in 1.0.
Yeah, super strong. And then this is actually the newest addition. 4 Leomons. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I think I am. 4 Leomons. I was playing with some friends, and he had a blue-yellow list from YouTube, some guy's video, I don't know. And he had all the security mons. He had the blue ones, the gray mons, and these. I was like, I'm definitely not putting in those other ones. But the yellow ones aren't bad, just because if I am thirsting for like any kind of yellows, I could always just use Siren Mon on top of this, and then hopefully get to a Mega. And it's also great coming out of security. My God, it won me a couple matches tonight. And as soon as they see one of these, it's also a mental game. Because as soon as they see one of these in the deck, they're like, oh man, what happens if I hit that out of security? It's kind of like you playing around Hammer Spark, I feel like.
Yeah, that's super. I watched it like win you a game earlier in the night where they like didn't count combat math, or they counted it to what you had on board and then hit one of those, and it's just like, yikes.
Yeah, they're like, oh god. Well, I mean, there's nothing I can really do now, so yeah, that's great. And also the security mons, I was talking to the guy at one of my locals. He was like, yeah, and you're always like recovering anyways. So there's just a super high chance of you actually getting them into your security rather than just hoping those 5 get there. And then yeah, so this is how you get them into the security with Magna Angemon. Card's insane. It's just so good.
Recovering one is great when it comes on a body.
Yeah.
I agree there.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying I agree with you. I think Magna Angemon is a very strong card.
Oh yeah, and then the Inheritable is nice. It gets me over most things. That's where the deck has trouble against like green, because Sarismon gets to like, it could get to like 14 or 15k in like the Omnimon range, which I'm not swinging over anything unless I have like 10 security cards out here. So, but it will get you over most things if you need to swing over anything, which is nice. After that, it's 3 Mistymons. This count has changed a bit. It's gone from 3 to 2 a lot, depending on what iteration of the deck I was using. I think the card's super good. One thing, which later, I guess I can show now. One of the big combos that I love when it happens, it's just great, is Mistymon with Kaiser Nail.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they swing out of security a Kaiser Nail, I could just bring out Mistymon, boom. If they have rookies on board, they're dead. I could play a Kaiser Nail, bring out a Mistymon, and then play another Mistymon from hand, which I did tonight, and that's minus 6k, and that's killing most things, like level 4 and lower. So yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite plays with blue yellow was having the Mistymon on board already, and then going to 3 and playing a slash to minus like a 10k, and then Kaiser nailing out the Misty to like kill a rookie and the 10k.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Kaiser knows it might be one of my favorite cards in the game.
I love Kaiser Nail. I every chance I get, I will try to make a like cute deck with Kaiser Nail because it's just so strong.
Yeah, and then just with all the on play effects. And I usually don't look into future sets, just because whatever. It's not like I'm gonna try and build my own deck. I usually just take from other people and change it to what I like. But I heard blue yellow gets even better, so definitely excited for that. Then the Slash Angemon. Oh my gosh, this card. I mean, it won me that last match right there with the Greymon on board. I had to get rid of that Greymon and just 3 costs minus 8k. And then so many different plays you could use with it. Kaiserna, like you said, the Mistymon. You could go from 8k to 8k, 11k, 14k even, depending on how much memory you have. It's just super good.
Yeah, Slash Angemon is insane. I think, especially you were talking about cards that are coming out in this next meta, the 4.0 meta, Slash Angemon, people are gonna really start hating this card.
Oh, that's right, because I think it's called Chaosmon.
Maybe? Well, yeah, because yellow becomes a very aggressive color, and you play like War Greymon that restands himself and does minus 6k to stuff, and then the Slash does minus 8. You have Inheritables that do minus 2 to 4. Then at the end you evolve into Chaosmon, which minus 7s twice. It's just so much DP reduction.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That sounds so fun.
It's crazy.
And then this is honestly the MVP of the deck, Kentorismon. This card is just... It's won me games. I've played against Rookie Rush games where they went Puppetmon 3 times back to back to back to back in turns, and then I just played 4 Kentorismon back to back to back to back, and they were just like, alright, well, I can't do anything. So, good game, I guess.
Yeah, Kentorismon is... I think people sleep on him a lot, but just the ability to, like, make it so they can't take security, and then if they answer your Kentorismon, they're losing something. It's pretty crazy.
Right, and then you could even go on the aggression with Kentorismon, like swing into something, or crash into something and then delete something else. It's just such a great card. I wish I had alt arts, but... There's the Kentorismons. Then we already talked about Kaiser Nail, best card in the game. Actually, no, it's not. It's the worst card in the game. Don't start playing it, everybody, please. Leave that one alone. Then obviously we're playing blue, so you have to have 4 Hammer Sparks. Gain 1 memory for free. Like, okay, sure. Gain 2 memory out of security. Yeah, thank you. Actually, I thought about taking these out as I just hyped it up. Because I was talking to my friend, he said he plays Kari instead. Just because it's going to give you that 1 extra memory anyways. I just don't know how I feel about that. I rarely find myself in positions where I have 3 or less security.
Yeah.
Late game.
No, I understand what you mean.
Like, I think I would much rather have just a boom, gain 1 memory right then and there, rather than a Kari. I think Hammer Spark is just more consistent, obviously. It's one of the best cards in the game, so. Then Tamers, 2 TKs. Card is great when there's yellow in your security. Card is awful when there's only blue in your security. So that is the only downside to playing it. You kind of have to play it though, just because there aren't many better options for Tamers. And just starting with 3 memory on your turn is great because Slash is only 3 cost to evolve, Contouristmon 3 cost. Yeah.
Were there any times where you had to put a blue in your hand and it hurt you drastically with that?
More times than I care to mention. Way too many. But I mean, that's just what happens with the hybrid deck. So I mean, and the deck is pretty 50-50 too, with like the blue to yellow ratio. So
yes. There was like maybe like 3 really important games when I was playing blue yellow where TK just lost me the game, and I was just like, no.
yeah, it's kind of just like a live and die by the sword, just because like it's great when it works, but when it doesn't, you're like, well, all right, I guess hopefully it'll work next time.
And then I think I see 2 cards left.
Yeah, 2 7 Heavens. So these are probably the second newest additions. I'm not sure. I think they're good. I don't know if there's better options though, just because 10K, it's not getting over Sarismon, it's not getting over Omnimon. So 7 Heavens, you kind of have to have it early on before they can get super tall. The alternative was Gaia Force, but I needed 2 ties just to make sure I could see it, and then I would need 3 Gaia Force. So that's 5 card different list rather than just having 2 cards I can almost always play because I almost always have yellow on board.
Mm-hmm.
So
very cool. So what are some things you may change or have toyed with in the past, or did you? I mean, obviously you went undefeated, so it played well. But is there anything that you saw while playing that you might tweak out?
I honestly don't know. One thing I've messed with is the amount of Kaiser nails in it. I would prefer 3, but I don't know what I would take out. Like, a lot of people tell me 4 Contouristmon just aren't needed, but my god, they just haven't played the deck enough, because 4 Contouristmon is insane. Maybe the Ankyliomon count could go down to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And you could throw in another Kaiser Nail, or you could throw in even another 7 Heavens, or another removal yellow card.
I could see that. Yeah, I think there's a lot of wiggle room to like tweak it to your preference, but overall the deck is super solid. It performed great tonight. Because even in the finals, like in the game 3, there was a point where I was like, yeah, blue yellow's done. Like, I thought you were toast, and then like you hit a slash, and they hit a 7 Heavens in your security, I think, and you just like took it out. Like,
yeah, that was super unfortunate for the guy, but I mean, it's in there.
That's the game. Unfortunately, sometimes that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I really appreciate you taking time to do a deck profile. We had a lot of people who were watching the stream who wanted to get a look at it and were really interested. And Gaia Force Gaming in general, we all played Blue Yellow in 1.0. It was like our pet deck, so we were super hyped to see it do well tonight.
Oh yeah.
And congrats on winning. Hopefully you'll play some more. For everyone who is watching, we do it every Monday. And he also, not only did he take home a cash prize, but he's getting an invite to the Digimon Coliseum Invitational that's hosted by Ernest Patton, and that he does on his Discord. He plays qualifiers like 3 or 4 times a week. And Gaia Force Gaming teamed up with him, so top 2 every week also get an invite to that. So it's been a pretty good event. We've maxed out almost every week. I think this is the first week we didn't max out at 32, and we still had like 26 or 27. So it's been a great time. I hope you had a good time playing. I appreciate you, showing us support. And yeah, do you have anything you want to plug or shout out before we wrap it up?
No, yeah. First of all, definitely appreciate you having me. The event was great. I'm not going to call anybody out, but there are a lot of locals that are super unorganized online, so this one is very, very well run, very on time. Everything is good to go. So yeah, thanks for running a great event.
Oh, thank you. We're pretty new to it, so that means a lot.
Yeah. And then just one plug. Oh, get me upside down. Whatever. Twitter.com/Chaboy. It's got 6 eyes at the end.
There you go.
Oh, that's even worse. It's alright. You'll find it.
Hit him up on Twitter. That's awesome. Also, if you want, you get to choose the thumbnail. What Digimon do you want the thumbnail to be for this video?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll put you on the spot.
Does it have to be a Digimon? Can it be a card?
It could be whatever you want. I usually just get a screen grab from the show and put a bunch of dumb clip art over it.
There you go.
Kaiser Nail. You got it. All right, Noel. Thanks for stopping by. It's been cool. It was great to see you play. And we'll see you, if anything, next week in the tournament.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Have a good night.
See you.